I also want to get your reaction to the breakdown of the Iran nuclear talks. Of course, we've also seen this Iranian missile strike in Iran. Do you think that's ultimately going to complicate negotiations when it comes to finalising talk on the JCPOA?
Well, I think what we've been hearing is that the talks were very close to being completed. Most of the main issues seem to have been resolved. Both sides seem to be willing to move to the end game. And then we heard that sort of final question of the Russians saying, well, we want to make sure that the sanctions aren't going to allow us to be restricted to trade with Iran. And that's sort of thrown things in a bit of disarray right now. So I think while this is a bit of a hiccup, what we're understanding is this is not going to be something that's going to absolutely crush this deal. I think a lot of work has been done up until now, and there probably are ways to get around this Russian request at the final hurdle here. So I think in the end, it's moving still towards completion. And so I think it's going to take a bit longer than we had thought.
And do you think the Iranian side perhaps see the war in Ukraine as an opportunity to renegotiate some of the key terms? I know you said that we were, in fact, nearing a deal, and the deal was looking at almost completion. As I understand it, it was almost basically ready to be signed before it fell apart yet again. So what is the holdup on the Iranian side?
Well, I think the Iranians are looking at this and making sure they're getting the best deal possible. And I think last time when this deal was negotiated, that the Iranians thought they had a pretty good deal just to see it be sort of pulled apart, both by former President Donald Trump, but also post-deal. They didn't get the benefits they thought they were going to get from the deal. So the Iranians are going in with eyes wide open this time, want to make sure they get as much as they can. They know the U.S. needs to get this, or wants to get this deal done. And given the state in the oil markets right now, there's an even greater requirement to get Iranian oil back on the market. Which is another additional leverage point that Iran may be trying to use here. But again, I think this is sort of final stage horse trading, and I think both sides want to get this deal done. It makes sense to get it done. It makes sense to get some Iranian oil back on the market. And if they do that, then hopefully I think everyone will see potentially oil retreat a bit more from the highs that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks.